One day, the greatest love story of them all. One day, everything is nothing. Nothing meets something. Together they are love, and love is everything they need to make their dreams come true, creating peace, love, and happiness in one song. Once upon a time, long ago, even though it only feels like it was just a moment ago, you know, those moments when you have forgotten what it was you was thinking about and then tried so hard to remember. So hard, in fact, that you completely forgot what you were doing, then suddenly remembered again, and then remembering what it was you had forgotten, and you thought, wow, that felt like forever. Well, it was that long ago when there was the most incredible place that ever existed. A place known to no one as one song. Well, no one except nothing. No Song was a place that was truly the most amazing place. A place that was always there long before time even existed. It was called One Song because it was ever so peaceful, ever so still, and that was the only song that existed. The one we now find comfort in and call peace and quiet. It was a place where a very special lady lived. Her name was Nothing. Nothing was very happy being nothing in One Song. It was ever so peaceful and quiet. She loved it. One day, Nothing became conscious that she was everything that there ever was. And she loved being nothing in One Song, but being everything made her feel ever so lonely. And for a very long time, she was very sad. Living in One Song started to feel very dark. And in the darkness, she became sad and lonely and very, very scared. She felt this enormous pressure from One Song that she had never ever felt before. It was like she was being squeezed from every direction, and this feeling made her feel very, very small. One day she thought to herself, I wish I was so big that I would be able to find something that I could share everything I have with. She spoke her thoughts out loud and said the words, I wish I was so big I had something I could share everything that I have. Everything she had was peace, love, and happiness. Well, at least that was before she had the feelings of being lonely and very scared keeping her company. All of a sudden, she thought, even though it felt like a lifetime, without any warning at all, the peace of One Song was lost forever. With her will, Nothing changed the peaceful sound, and she created a new sound in One Song. The sound was deafening, and the sound was life-changing. Nothing could hear something, and something was very noisy. He made a sound that was ever so loud, and he didn't even stop to think about anything. Something was always moving around, sometimes moving left and right, sometimes moving up and down, but always moving. He never ever stopped. Something loved who he was. His vibration was so cool, there was just no way he could stop moving. Something had no idea how long he had been moving to his noisy vibration. It felt like forever, yet it was only moments ago that it had actually started moving. He was happy by himself doing his thing without knowing anything. In fact, he absolutely loved it. He had everything. Something bumped into Nothing with a big bang, and his noisy vibration changed, and for the tiniest of moments, it was as if he had stopped moving. That moment lasted forever. Well, at least that is how he felt. You know what I mean? He felt like he had just been shot with an arrow. This new sound was so bright that it made him feel very light-headed. He never, ever for a moment thought he could ever feel anything more than his own vibration, but he did. He looked into the light, and with these new feelings that he loved, he saw Nothing for the very first time. Nothing was also loving the light and this new noise, and she felt everything change forever in a heartbeat. All of a sudden, Nothing saw something. Something saw Nothing, and they felt what love was for the very first time. Something said, Hello, I am Something. I have everything, and I love you. Nothing replied, "Hello, I am nothing. I have everything, and I love you too." They held each other in their arms with great attraction, and they both fell in love. They filled one song for ever and ever and ever with the light of their love, and everything was as perfect could be. They were so happy together in the glow of their light that together they made music, and it was ever so sweet. They did not care for a second that they were falling in love, and forever and ever they fell. Something told tales of his journey and took pride remembering and sharing his positive vibration and how he travelled up and down, left and right, and he held nothing so close. Nothing told something about the peace that she had known and how it turned from the most positive, amazing experience ever into the most negative experience. She explained how she had wished to find something and how she spoke her wish out loud and how her wish had come true. They made plans to be together forever and how perfect everything would be. They dreamed that they would spread their love as far as they could forever and share everything together and create a home full of peace, love and happiness. Together they made and threw giant balls of love and light to radiate for eternity in every direction. Filling everywhere with their giant balls of love and light, they talked and laughed for what felt like lifetimes. One day, something stopped talking, and he looked at nothing and thought, "I love you so much." But he did not say it out loud, and in that tiniest of moments he was silent. A look came over nothing, and something noticed this look. "What is the matter, my love?" he said in a loving but concerned voice. Nothing remembered in that moment, when something was silent, how peaceful it used to be in the past, and she was sad. It seemed like forever since she had felt peace and quiet and had been still, and she missed one song the way it used to be. She felt this strange fear flowing through her. It was not the same feeling when she was scared and lonely in one song before something came along and changed everything, because she was not scared and lonely anymore. She was in love. She had something she had wished for in her arms. But what was the matter? Matter felt like it was filling up her thoughts, and she didn't understand. Something said again, "Nothing. What is wrong, my love? What have I said? What can I do for you? I have never seen you this way." Nothing did not understand what these feelings were or what was wrong. She held him tight and she said, "Where are we falling to? Where are we going? I am scared, my love." Nothing was worrying about the future. She said out loud, "Something bad is going to happen and I can feel it. I do not know what it is. Please don't let me go. I don't ever want to lose you. That is what is the matter, my love." Something held her so tight and smothered her in his love. Something reassured Nothing and said, "Do not fear, my love. We have everything, and everything is going to be all right. We have light, we have love, we have each other. It does not matter where we are falling to or where we land. I will protect you and I will keep you safe, I promise." Without any word of warning, after what felt like billions of years of mattering, land they did with a great big bang. The light turned to heat and flames erupted in all directions. Nothing began to cry. She had fallen from something's arms. She cried floods of tears. She lost her love. He was gone. Something had lost Nothing, and his vibrations turned to a very loud rage. He was unable to find Nothing anywhere. He could not find his love. The heat and the flames burned Nothing's tears, and steam began to cover the light, and she felt this cloud surround her as something fought his way through the flames, while sparks from his rage were flying everywhere. It felt like forever before the storm passed. Nothing was alone, lost and she was scared of the lightning sparks in the dark clouds. She thought these sparks of light were her lost love, but she dared not believe it was true, because she did not feel the same about this new light. This light felt dangerous and uncaring and unpredictable. She ran far away forever across this new land, wishing for home, wishing for peace, wishing for her something to return. Her love was lost and her heart was broken. Something ended her silence, and she spoke the words, "I wish I could see my love." Eventually the clouds and lightning cleared. She could see it was in this strange lit land, and it was hard, bare, not cold, light dark, and she cried more tears than floods. And where her heart was broken, all the love she had for something was pouring out across the land, dissolving into the water, mixing with the heat of the rock, creating steam everywhere. The nights were long and lonely, but the light of the days brought with them hope that her love would return. Forever and ever she sat and cried, and one day she stood up and noticed a change in the air. She wiped her eyes and could not believe what she could see. This once bare and barren land was flowing with colour. The colours of her love had mixed with all her tears and covered the land with grass and trees and flowers. Her heart was filled with joy, and she saw how beautiful love is for the first time with her eyes. She smiled and took the deepest of breaths, and in the deepest of breaths out, and in her calm she created a breeze that made everything move and dance. It was delightful beyond all her imagination. She danced and sang with every breath, and the world began to spin, and she made herself dizzy. She lay down as the sun was setting to calm her head, and in the night sky she saw the starlight of her lost love shining everywhere. She loved them and looked at every one of them every night forever and ever, wondering always if any of these beautiful lights could be her lost love making his way back to her. She waited and waited and waited, but something never came. Something was lost, and his rage lasted eternity. He had fallen further than nothing when she fell from his arms. Something was a rage below the hard, hot, barren land. His heart was broken, and his love overflowed out into his world, out into the flames of his desire. His love melted in the flames, and he spent forever trying to find his way out of the darkness. He grew tired, but he never ever stopped moving. His vibrations searched everywhere for his love. Every now and then he would find an opening in the darkness, and in his excitement he would send his rage up and send his flaming love flying in all directions, trying to find something. He remembered how something and nothing would throw giant balls of light in all directions. So with all his will, he threw a massive ball of flames into the night sky so he could search for his love night and day. He noticed up above that the world above was changing. Colours were appearing, greens and blues and yellows and reds of all shades, and he knew this must be his love because it was beautiful. He flowed across the land, searching as far as he could, hoping to find everything he used to have. He never ever stopped moving, but there was this movement of air and a flow of water everywhere, and no matter how hard he tried, there was never enough time for him to find his love. When his flames touched the air and the water, they would hiss, steam and bubble until eventually his efforts of his love always turned to rock. Even the giant ball of flames in the night sky eventually seemed to stop burning. He searched under the sun of the day and the moon of the night until the longest of time imaginable he thought to himself, I must look towards the light. The light is where my love lives. I must search the land until I find my love. It became his will to never rest, and he said out loud, I will look towards the light. The light is where my love lives, and I will search all the lands until I find my love. It was in that moment that a fork of lightning from high above struck the edge of the water, the edge of the air, the edge of the earth, and the edge of the flames of his desires to find his love. and with the most thunderous blast of vibrations, there was the most magical sound he had ever heard. This was a new sound. Its vibrations were felt everywhere, and he embraced them and delighted in them. They were not his love, but he loved them, and they gave him hope. Tiny particles of light energy fused with the water, the air, the earth, and with the flames of his desires, his intentions. He was able to make matter move of its own free will, carrying within his vibrations of love, light, and life. With every creation of his vibrations, he sent with them his will and his desire. He gave them a purpose, a goal to find his love. His vibrations of life searched and searched all of the seas, and when they found other vibrations of life, they joined together, and again and again. They searched the lands, and they fed on the grass, the trees, the flowers, and they grew into all sorts of beautiful shapes and sizes. In their evolution of life, they knew that one day they would find love again, and something and nothing would be together forever. Millions of years passed, and all of the vibrations eventually found peace in the world, but the love and happiness of nothing could not be found in them. One day the children of the land came, filled with something's desires to find nothing's peace, love and happiness, but no matter how hard they tried, they could not find all of them at once. Their vibrations were so blinded by their will and desires to find peace, love and happiness that they did not even realize that something and nothing had already found each other and were together again. Something and nothing were together, working in perfect balance and harmony, and all their dreams had come true. Their love was creating all the floods and fruits so natural and sweet that grew in abundance across all the lands, and the evidence of their love was right before their eyes, everywhere to be seen. Something and nothing knew that their love had given birth to life, and that they had created the most heavenly place for their love to live that there ever was. Even though it would take forever and ever and ever, there would be a time when their children and every living creation of life would live and breathe and love as one. And when that time eventually came, it would feel like it had all been a dream. A story never to be forgotten, a story told at bedtime when the dark skies were filled with the light of true love, filled with peace, love and happiness, and the world of one song would be known by all as the greatest love story that there ever was. One day, you can still have peace, love and happiness, even if you don't have everything. And having everything does not mean you will always have peace, love and happiness. But having something you love to share your peace, love and happiness is the greatest experience in the world. Even if you may at times feel like you have lost something you love, what you have left can become even more beautiful as long as you don't give up. I love you. A story by J. Elliot Martin MacDonald. Love, love, love.